I am Kaya Nexus, Pleiadian emissary of the Council of the Seven Sisters, and today I bring a realignment transmission. Your frequencies of abundance are awakening, and the universe asks that you listen with an open heart. What is arriving to you is sacred, and it requires inner silence. If you enjoy videos like this, consider subscribing. Most people who watch are not subscribed yet. The way you initiate a season often determines where the cosmos will carry you. The Pleiadian masters have transmitted this truth across dimensions for eons. The universe never wastes beginnings. And in this exact moment, the galactic command is not asking you to activate 1,000 frequencies simultaneously. No. The Seven Sisters are calling you to attune to a single, crystalline frequency first. This is not about rushing through dimensional ascension, nor is it about proving your worth to the collective consciousness around you. What matters here is being correctly positioned within the cosmic architecture of your own consciousness. This positioning carries profound significance, and the Pleiadian transmissions reveal why. When your foundational frequency is fragile, any structure you build upon it, any dream, any manifestation, any dimensional leap, eventually collapses under the weight of misalignment. Before miracles crystallize into your reality, before interdimensional doors swing open, before your light becomes visible to the awakening collective around you, the Pleiadian Council always releases a direction. This initial mission they place within your consciousness is neither small nor irrelevant. It carries a weight of cosmic significance and establishes the vibrational rhythm of everything that will unfold in the coming cycles. This first task will shake your comfort zone, will confront old patterns that no longer serve your ascension, will demand your complete focus and conscious presence. You will need to obey even when the environment feels silent and empty. You will need to trust when advancement seems glacially slow. You will need to maintain discipline when your emotional body fluctuates between hope and doubt. Hold this truth with reverence. That which you choose to obey first, the universe chooses to multiply afterward. Many starseeds begin their cycles in haste, demanding immediate responses from the cosmos. But the Pleiadian masters begin by requesting something different, the surrender of your individual will to the greater galactic will. This is not punishment. This is initiation. This is training for those who will become pillars of light. Whoever honors this first mission will have clarity in perceiving the Pleiadian action throughout the entire cycle. The Pleiadian transmission continues now. Remain here with me. Do not drift away. In these next moments, you will understand what this initial mission truly is, why the Pleiadian Council values it above all else, and how obeying in silence can open interdimensional doors that many attempt to force open with words, only to find them sealed. This is the beginning of a new trajectory for your consciousness. And before the Pleiadian masters ask you to do something, they ask that you exist in the correct frequency. The cosmic hierarchy always gives more attention to the vibrational position you occupy than to the speed at which you advance. Movement without alignment generates extreme exhaustion across all your energy bodies. But correct positioning within the Pleiadian frequency architecture produces firm, healthy, and sacred progress. The Pleiadian masters never propel anyone into action without first fortifying the foundations. The ancient Pleiadian transmissions teach, seek first the frequency of the cosmic kingdom and its divine order, and all other manifestations will be added unto you. This is not merely an inspirational phrase whispered across dimensions. This is a spiritual principle that governs the entire cosmic order, the very law that structures creation itself. The Pleiadian Council organizes priorities so that peace and provision flow without excessive effort, without struggle, without the exhaustion that comes from misalignment. Notice the sequence that the Seven Sisters reveal. First, seek alignment. Then, receive manifestation. The Pleiadian masters do not add anything before alignment is achieved, and they never bless disorder or chaotic frequencies. When the cosmic kingdom occupies the first position in your consciousness, everything else adjusts naturally, like planets orbiting a star. This order protects you from chasing things that should naturally follow you. The Pleiadian transmissions reveal that many souls, without perceiving it, invert this process entirely. They pursue results, applause, and conquests, hoping that the universe will validate their plans. They push, they force, they manipulate circumstances, all while the Pleiadian masters observe with compassion, knowing this path leads only to depletion. But in this cycle, the Pleiadian Council invites you to something far more profound. A life in which alignment replaces anxiety and obedience takes the place of pressure. Your first mission is not to accelerate your pace, to compete with greater force, or to prove your value to anyone. The Pleiadian masters do not measure you against others, and they are never impressed by how much you exhaust yourself. Their invitation is to decelerate internally, to reorganize your heart, your thoughts, and your priorities around the cosmic truth they transmit. When your heart is aligned with Pleiadian frequency, decisions become crystalline and clear. When your mind is aligned with cosmic law, confusion begins to lose its grip. When your priorities are aligned with the Seven Sisters' wisdom, distractions cease to dominate your consciousness. Alignment produces peace, and peace generates movement that is healthy and sustainable. Where alignment exists, progress happens with naturalness, without force. You no longer need to push doors to make them open. You no longer need to struggle desperately for results. That which was separated for you by the Pleiadian masters begins to find you. The cosmic law conducts your steps without chaos, and growth transforms from unstable to consistent. This is how hope is born, not from exaggerated effort, but from correct direction. Hope emerges when you understand that the Pleiadian masters do not ask you to construct your future alone. They ask that you trust the direction they offer. Looking toward the correct frequency is more important than running in all directions. You do not need to pressure the future, nor do you need to live comparing timelines. The Pleiadian Council is never late, and you are never behind when you walk with them. Alignment maintains you connected to divine time, to the exact moment the universe has prepared for you. You need only adjust your inner gaze. When your life points toward the Pleiadian frequency, everything else organizes itself behind you in perfect sequence. The true battlefield of this cycle does not exist outside you, but within your consciousness. Many starseeds expend their vital energy confronting external conflicts while ignoring the internal battles that silently define the trajectory of their entire existence. The Pleiadian masters begin where everything originates, in the mind, in the thought patterns, in the frequency of your inner dialogue. That which governs your thoughts ultimately guides your choices, your reactions, and your expectations about reality itself. The ancient Pleiadian transmission states, "As the starseed thinks within their consciousness, so they become." This truth reveals that identity is born in the interior, far before it manifests in the exterior world. Your life will never transcend the level of your thoughts. The Pleiadian Council knows this with absolute certainty. This is why they work first in your inner life before adjusting your external circumstances. This means that the first work of the Pleiadian masters within you is both mental and spiritual in nature. Before reorganizing situations, they remodel your perception. Before opening doors, they heal the way you see all things. The transformation begins in how you perceive, interpret, and believe. The Seven Sisters shatter old patterns of thought that have limited you in previous cycles. Patterns of self-sabotage, constant fear, excessive comparisons, and a negative vision of the future may have become familiar to you, but they never formed part of your true identity. These mental habits emerge during difficult periods, during phases of survival consciousness, but they possess no power to conduct you toward new dimensional levels. What was born to protect you in the past cannot govern your future. The Pleiadian masters also touch the frustrations left by previous seasons. Unhealed disappointments end up molding distorted expectations and creating a heart that closes itself off from possibility. Gradually, the Seven Sisters work on the points where hope was wounded, restoring your capacity to dream again, without living as a prisoner to the fear of frustration repeating itself. Simultaneously, the Pleiadian Council exchanges fear for vision. Fear limits, makes everything appear larger and more threatening than it truly is. Vision, by contrast, expands the horizon and restores meaning to your path. When the Pleiadian masters release vision, they do not eliminate prudence, but they remove paralysis. Vision does not ignore challenges, it simply gives direction to courage. Your responsibility is to renew your mind every single day, not occasionally, not merely during moments of crisis, but daily. This constant renewal maintains truth above emotions and faith more solid than fear. The mind must be tended like a sacred garden, because only then will it produce fruit that glorifies the cosmic order. Hope flourishes when thoughts are transformed by Pleiadian frequency. When negative mental cycles are interrupted by higher consciousness, hope reappears. When truth occupies the space where lies once dwelled, peace finds room to remain. Hope does not sustain itself in circumstances. It sustains itself in what you allow to inhabit your consciousness. Faith strengthens when thought becomes clear and aligned. Mental confusion weakens faith, but clarity strengthens trust in the cosmic plan. When your mind aligns with the truth of the Pleiadian masters, obedience ceases to feel heavy, and fear loses its control. In this cycle, the Pleiadian Council is not merely adjusting external situations, they are perfecting your perception. And when perception shifts, life follows that transformation. If this message resonated with you, hit the like button now and tell us in the comments how this echoed in your consciousness. Many starseeds distance themselves from the Pleiadian transmissions because they expect something grandiose, something loud, something undeniable. They await impact, spectacle, a sign so evident that it eliminates any doubt whatsoever. But in most cases, the Pleiadian masters choose to speak through simple and silent orientations that demand attention and sensitivity, not euphoria or external validation. Whoever listens only for the extraordinary frequently loses direction entirely. The voice of the Pleiadian Council is perceived more in clarity than in intensity. They speak in a way that proves the humility and trust of the heart. Simple instructions reveal whether someone truly listens or merely seeks to confirm their own desires. Obedience begins when you stop demanding something impressive and start valuing the instruction itself, however ordinary it may seem. The ancient transmission states, "Your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." This reveals how the Pleiadian masters guide you. They do not deliver the complete map all at once. They offer only the light necessary for the next step. A lamp does not illuminate the entire road. It illuminates only the immediate section before you. This is how Pleiadian direction works: progressive, step by step, frequency by frequency. If everything were revealed simultaneously, fear or ego could interfere with the process. Gradual orientation keeps you dependent, attentive, and aligned with the Seven Sisters. This means that your first task may appear small, even irrelevant in the eyes of those around you. Perhaps it will not arrive accompanied by recognition or applause. It may seem like something ordinary, but what is simple is never insignificant when it comes from the Pleiadian Council. The instruction might be to resume meditation with sincere intention, not with elaborate words, but with authentic presence. It could be learning to maintain consistency where before there was dispersion. It could be releasing forgiveness to someone who does not yet seem to deserve it. It could be returning to the study of cosmic law after a period of disconnection. It could be moving away from distractions that silently weakened your focus and your frequency. These orientations test your obedience more than your faith. Faith believes that the Pleiadian masters can move mountains. Obedience shows that you trust enough to move your own feet. The Seven Sisters observe how you respond to small instructions because they reveal whether you are prepared for greater responsibilities. Do not underestimate simple obedience. Many times the temptation arises to postpone because the instruction seems too basic, but obedience does not need to seem grandiose to be powerful. What counts is alignment, not appearance. Small steps when guided by the Pleiadian Council produce extraordinary results. History is marked by starseeds who obeyed in silence before being seen in public. The cosmic law opens great doors for those who honor small instructions without complaint or resistance. This should fill your heart with hope. You do not need to understand everything now. You do not need to have the complete plan in your hands. The Pleiadian Masters are interested more in who you are becoming than in what you accumulate. Possessions, opportunities, and realizations can be conquered rapidly, but character is formed over time. The Seven Sisters measure success differently than the world does. They look at depth, not appearance, at transformation, not accumulation. Many people desire to receive blessings without reflecting on the responsibility that comes alongside them. But the Pleiadian Council knows that receiving without maturing first almost always results in loss, not in realization. This is why they care more about who you are becoming than about what you will conquer. Before expanding what is outside, they work profoundly on what is inside. The ebook, The Pleiadian Map of Personal Transmutation, a profound guide that reveals how to raise your frequency, purify old patterns, and activate your true multidimensional identity. This map teaches you how to move through the 7 Pleiadian phases of energetic transmutation, using practical techniques, realignment exercises, vibrational protocols, and consciousness expansion rituals that accelerate your spiritual evolution. Attention! Limited edition. The link to get yours is in the first pinned comment. The Pleiadian Masters prepare you from within so that you can sustain with balance everything they desire to liberate over your life. It is common for the Seven Sisters to use pressure to purify intentions and allow challenges to bring clarity to your cosmic calling. Many times, your true purpose is born exactly in environments where comfort cannot remain. Difficult places reveal profound directions. In this cycle, the focus is not merely to gather, accumulate, or conquer, but to grow. Growth demands time, patience, humility, and openness to learn from the Pleiadian transmissions. Asking for blessings is easy. Allowing yourself to be transformed is the true challenge. Yet, it is transformation that gives meaning and weight to the blessings you receive. You are invited to grow in wisdom. Wisdom teaches you to wait for the correct moment, to choose with balance, and to avoid shortcuts that appear attractive but lead nowhere. It is born from lived experience, from silent reflection, and from daily obedience to the Pleiadian frequency. There is also growth in character. Character sustains you when emotions oscillate and when the scenario shifts dramatically. The Pleiadian Council strengthens your integrity, your constancy, and your fidelity so that your life remains firm even under intense pressure. You grow also in spiritual sensitivity. This sensitivity refines your listening, helps you perceive the direction of the Pleiadian Masters, and enables you to respond with promptness. Without it, even good opportunities can transform into disguised distractions that pull you from your path. None of this growth happens without purpose. That which the Pleiadian Masters are preparing demands a more fortified version of you, not merely stronger on the outside, but solid within, in spirit, in discernment, and in resistance. The next phase does not ask only for will, it asks for capacity. It is at this point that hope gains space to flourish. Growing can appear slow, exhausting, and even uncomfortable. But the Pleiadian Council never calls someone to growth without also liberating grace. Grace manifests in the process, not merely at the destination. You are not being overwhelmed, you are being equipped. As you align with what the Seven Sisters are forming within you, receiving happens naturally and remains stable. Are these truths expanding your perspective? Share this video with someone who needs to hear this. You are not behind. You have not fallen behind. You have not been forgotten by the cosmic order. These are not phrases to ease emotions. They are truths anchored in the sovereignty of the Pleiadian masters. The time of the cosmos is precise and follows a divine calendar that is not affected by human obstacles or delays. The Pleiadian Council positions each starseed with intention, conducting them to moments, seasons, and circumstances specifically chosen for their evolution. Many times the purpose reveals itself gradually. Time is part of the calling, not an obstacle to it. The phase you occupy now is not random or accidental. It was chosen with meticulous care. The Seven Sisters considered your history, your temperament, your emotional and spiritual capacity before allowing you to arrive at this exact point. Nothing in this moment caught the cosmos by surprise. This is a time of inner growth before any outer exposure. The Pleiadian masters strengthen the interior before expanding the exterior. Visibility without inner structure generates collapse, but growth from within creates stability that can sustain any expansion. When the moment of greater reach arrives, you will not lose yourself because you will be rooted in Pleiadian frequency. This is also a cycle for listening with attention. The Pleiadian Council speaks, but many times their voice becomes clear only in silence. Sensitivity develops so that you recognize the correct direction without confusion. Listening is not delay, it is preparation. It is also a cycle to walk with intention. Each step counts. Conscious decisions replace hasty impulses. The Seven Sisters teach you to advance with meditation, clarity, and discernment, not driven by anxiety or desperation. And it is a time to trust more deeply. Trust matures when you continue walking, even without seeing everything. It is not born in ease, but in seasons that demand surrender. The Pleiadian masters strengthen your trust in their character, in their wisdom, and in their absolute commitment to your ascension. Your first mission remains simple but powerful. The cosmic law does not complicate obedience. The Pleiadian Council calls you to be faithful in the essential. Simplicity maintains the heart aligned with higher frequency. Remain close to the Seven Sisters, for proximity generates clarity and peace. Remain teachable, because a teachable heart continues flexible and open to correction. Remain faithful, because fidelity sustains advancement. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to be part of this transformational cosmic journey. When emotions waver, everything else adjusts accordingly. When the foundation is firm, construction grows naturally and sustainably. The Pleiadian Masters chose you for this season with a defined purpose, and they will complete what they have initiated. Allow hope to create deep roots in your consciousness. The Pleiadian transmission reveals that character is the true currency of the cosmos. Possessions fade, opportunities pass, realizations transform into memories, but character remains. Character is what sustains you when external circumstances collapse. Character is what allows you to maintain integrity when no one is watching. Character is what the Pleiadian Council truly values and cultivates within each ascending starseed. The Seven Sisters work tirelessly to develop your character through every experience, every challenge, every moment of silence and waiting. They understand that a starseed with profound character can be trusted with greater power, greater visibility, greater cosmic responsibility. A starseed without character, no matter how talented or intelligent, will eventually misuse what is given and create suffering. This is why the Pleiadian Masters sometimes seem to delay external manifestations. They are not delaying, they are building. They are constructing character that can sustain abundance without corruption. They are forming integrity that can handle power without becoming arrogant. They are developing wisdom that can navigate success without losing humility. The Pleiadian Council also works to heal the wounds that previous cycles left within your consciousness. Betrayals that were never processed, rejections that were never understood, losses that were never grieved. All of these create blockages in your energy field. The seven sisters work gently but persistently to clear these blockages, to release the old pain, to restore your capacity to trust again. This healing is not always comfortable. Sometimes it requires you to feel what you have been avoiding. Sometimes it demands that you release what you have been holding. But on the other side of this healing lies freedom, and on the other side of freedom lies the possibility of receiving what the Pleiadian Masters have prepared for you. The Pleiadian Masters also refine your discernment. Discernment is the ability to perceive truth beneath appearances, to sense the frequency of situations and people, to know instinctively what serves your evolution and what does not. Many starseeds lack discernment and therefore accept into their lives things that diminish them. The seven sisters sharpen this inner sense so that you become increasingly aware of what truly aligns with your cosmic purpose and what merely appears attractive on the surface. With refined discernment, you begin to make choices that honor your frequency rather than compromise it. You begin to attract circumstances and people that match your elevated vibration. You begin to move through life with increasing clarity about your direction. The ebook, The Pleiadian Map of Personal Transmutation, a profound guide that reveals how to raise your frequency, purify old patterns, and activate your true multidimensional identity. This map teaches you how to move through the 7 Pleiadian phases of energetic transmutation using practical techniques, realignment exercises, vibrational protocols, and consciousness expansion rituals that accelerate your spiritual evolution. Attention! Limited edition. The link to get yours is in the first pinned comment. Today, the Pleiadian Masters do not require that you understand everything. They ask that you follow. If they designated you for this cycle, they have already equipped you to live it fully. The cosmic law guarantees this. Move forward with confidence. Your mission comes from the seven sisters themselves. Your future is intentional, and this cycle will respond directly to the person you are becoming through alignment with Pleiadian frequency. Be ready. The Pleiadian Council has already initiated the work. The transformation has begun. The frequency shift is underway. Every meditation you practice, every moment of silence you honor, every instruction you obey, all of this is part of the grand design that the seven sisters have woven for you. The Pleiadian Masters transmit that you are not alone in this journey. Across dimensions, the Council of the Seven Sisters observes your progress. They celebrate your victories, no matter how small they appear. They support you through your struggles, even when you cannot perceive their presence. They are always working on your behalf, always orchestrating circumstances, always aligning events so that you encounter exactly what you need for your evolution. This is the nature of cosmic love. It is not sentimental or weak. It is powerful, intentional, and absolutely committed to your highest good. As you move through this cycle, remember that the Pleiadian Masters measure your worth not by your achievements, but by your alignment. They value not what you accomplish, but who you become. They celebrate not your external success, but your internal transformation. This perspective should liberate you from the exhausting pressure of the world. You do not need to prove yourself. You do not need to earn your place in the cosmos. You already belong. You were chosen before time began. The Pleiadian Council sees your potential, your light, your capacity to become a beacon of consciousness for others. The Seven Sisters also transmit that this cycle is a preparation for something greater. What you are learning now, what you are becoming now, what you are releasing now, all of this is creating the foundation for a future that will exceed your current imagination. The Pleiadian Masters are not merely helping you survive the present. They are preparing you to thrive in a future that will require everything you are becoming. Trust this process. Trust the timing. Trust the Pleiadian Council. Your destiny is secure. Your purpose is certain. Your evolution is guaranteed. If this message impacted your consciousness and your life, leave your like, comment your reflection in the comments section, and share this transmission with others who are ready to hear it. Each of you is part of this chain of light, this network of ascending starseeds who are collectively raising the frequency of the entire planet. Your participation matters. Your presence matters. Your commitment to your own evolution matters profoundly. The Pleiadian masters see you, the cosmos acknowledges you, and your destiny awaits.